Well, I titled this News Fatigue. Kind of just setting this up here. Oh, that's what I can do. Putting it on top of a can. Get more height. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. Hey, Techrohedricon. Yeah, I realize I'm kind of exhausted from Trump. Trump's wearing me out. I also haven't been sleeping well. Luckily, my air conditioning's working good. I had 101 today towards the end of the afternoon. So I got to get my heat shields up. I got to get my insulation installed, and I got to get my heat shields up. Not only do I insulate the wall, but I put like some barriers so the sun doesn't bake the house, including the roof. Somebody's broken down out in front of my house. I figure I wait an hour because they're like, no, we called the tow truck. Just making sure they're not coming on my property. Well, if you didn't see this morning's broadcast, banned. So this morning's broadcast was about the moon. And I watched a very interesting video last night on the Danny Jones. And basically, the moon has aliens. People from, they're called the Tall Nordic. And apparently they're really good looking. They're devilish. They're not loving and kind. And there's thousands and thousands of slaves up there doing some kind of work on the moon. I actually believe this to be true. I posted last night the Ingo Swann book, Penetration, and he's one of the best remote viewers in the world. And well, the people who were broken down, their lights are moving. Or if they're thinking about coming down my driveway. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Maybe it's somebody helping them. They pulled over, like, if you pull over by the side of the road at my house, you're gonna get stuck. Somehow. It's all sand. Well, back to the moon. If there are hostile people living on the moon... Oh, Jacob. Steel Reserve? You're better than that, man. For a few bucks more, you can have something much better. Man, I feel sorry for your liver. I really do. You must be depressed, dude, to drink that kind of beer. Yeah, it is strong. You know, maybe with the Steel Reserve, buy like a nice Heineken or something else and get a little buzz first and then drink the Steel so you don't really notice how terrible it is. Well, I really want to read this book, Penetration by Ingo Swann, and I haven't. I mean, it's free. You can read it on Google Books, so that's cool. Yeah, Trump has got me fatigued. The I predicted. Well, here's what I predicted: that the nations on his list would lower their tariff to 0, and we would go to 0. China hasn't done that yet. I hope we don't have any conflict with China, like military conflict. And I really don't want to lose Harbor Freight. Boy, that would be upsetting. Like, what could China buy from us that they can't make themselves? I can't think of anything. Maybe cars, but I don't think America has anything to offer China. What makes their stuff attractive is it's made with slave labor. Whatever. Yeah, the Danny Jones thing was really good. And this guy was Jacob Jordy, something like that. He had some good concepts. I really love science. I love that we're trying to learn new things. And I also love we don't know much. And he had some really good stories about Mars, that the people who were living on Mars wanted to get out of it. And he was like, but what is it? And he thought at first it was they wanted to leave Mars, but he thinks it is the simulation. He thinks that we're living in a simulation and that they realize life is a simulation and they're trying to escape it, but couldn't. These are really some interesting high-level concepts. And if it's true that Mars built the moon, could you imagine building a 2,100 mile diameter structure? We can barely make that's 2/3 of the distance of America. And to build a sphere that large, how long did it take? I think the way they did it was it's like a geodesic dome with a skin, then it's magnetized, and then they drove it over to the asteroid belt and attracted, because of its manufactured gravity, they stuck to the surface 20 miles of rock to give it like a protective shell. Have you ever noticed some of the moon rocks on the moon look like they're from a river? You got the particle, it looks like powder, but then you see some regular rocks, like river rocks. I would love to see what rocks from the asteroid belt look like. I mean, if the Earth blew up, some of those rocks would be river rocks, because we used to have rivers. I mean, we have rivers. I'm really fascinated with geology. Mm. I looked at my statistics on YouTube. My popularity is all lowercase. I am not popular. I'm super grateful to have, 1,500 subscribers, but I'm not doing any impressive numbers. I'm not making any money. I made $24 for the month. It's not a business. I feel frustrated. I'm just not getting. I got to be grateful for what I have, a place to live and stuff. I do want a romantic partner in my life, and I want a garden. Why is it so hard to find a woman who wants to garden? I don't have the answers. I'm chatting with one woman. She's like 3 hours away. She has a garden. We talked about soil and stuff, but she's busy still working at age 65. I guess she's doing it because she has to. Saturday's on my radar. I don't even want to talk about it, but something could happen Saturday. 4chan is being flooded with monkeys right now. Terrible monkey abuse. Like 15 threads. So I went to the reply count, and I was like, well, what are they trying to hide? What are they sliding? And it was just more talk about the stock market. So it didn't really seem like there was anything important to slide. It's obviously Wednesday, hump day. Just feels like a nothing day. The dating websites. I'll just bitch. I'll just complain for a few minutes. I don't like it when woman, her first photo has two women in it, because then you don't know which one is the person who's single. Then often the attractive person is the friend. You're like, oh damn, you're the ugly one. So there's that. Women with a nose piercing. Next. A chest tattoo. Next. My criteria for women is just so high. Asian. Next. Black lady. Next. I'm so damn picky, I'm going to end up dying alone. I find it kind of funny. I was trying to find a slightly older woman. Haven't found one yet. You would think they'd be ready to settle down, but they might be set in their ways so much they're not interested. There's got to be some women my age. Anyways, still looking. I said hi to a bunch of women in different countries, like Brazil. I wouldn't mind moving down there. You know, somebody's really running the moon, and they've got so much power over us. I don't think they would let a nuclear war happen because the planet is valuable to them. There isn't another planet for them to go live at easily. So they might just prefer the Earth because it's within their capabilities of habitating. I don't know. I really don't have any much more. I don't have much more to say. No. Well, friends, have a good night. Jacob and Techrohedricon, thanks for popping in to say hello. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.